Hi everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of the Rice and Slice Golf Show podcast. It's a bit of a mouthful.
Well, what do you want me to say?
No, I'm glad you didn't say anything. I'm glad you didn't say anything. Everybody, welcome back. This is episode 3. We are in a new location.
Upgrade.
We went from. Go on, you say it was your joke.
We went from the casting couch to the office.
Yes.
So yes.
Yeah. So
real production now.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm happy. We've got air conditioned.
Perfect.
We didn't even need like half the stuff that we brought. But yeah, man, it's nice. I feel comfy here. We've got nice comfy chairs. We're closer to each other. It's a lot more intimate.
We're not going back to the casting couch.
I hope we don't go back to the casting couch. But yeah, man. Welcome back, episode 3. We're actually doing okay. We got like a total of 5 viewers or 5 listeners.
Well, including one from Russia. I wonder where.
Yeah, we've got a listener from Russia apparently. So whoever you are, thank you.
Thank you for following.
Or like you said, which is more likely, it's a VPN.
No, come on. I'd rather have as somebody from Russia. Come
right,
on.
fair enough.
Hey, it's kind of tough to be Russian right now in
It
Russia.
It really is. I mean, it's kind of tough to be anything right now.
Look. I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but come on.
Yeah.
A lot of the Russian people are being cut off, and at least they got YouTube. At least they got
golf politics is the only politics we're getting into.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, golf transcends borders, so that's
it. You're right. So I don't know. I guess thank you. I mean, I'll take anybody right now. I don't care who listens, as long as somebody's listening. I'm happy. I'm not fussy. Well, thanks for listening to the first 2 or first 1 or clips or just whatever you're listening to. But yeah, we've got some things to talk about. We've got some things to do. I've got a couple of ideas I want to try, and yeah, do you want to kick us off?
Absolutely. Well, I think last time, episode 2, we talked about our experience in St Andrews watching the Open, which was just such a surreal experience. As a golf fan, as a golfer, and it's just a place where you can't describe it in words. And we've been talking, and it's for over an hour, and realised, wow, we haven't even talked to half the experience that we had.
That's right.
So today, part 2 of the Open special, the Open 150th in St Andrews.
Before you carry on, it's been like over a week since we got back, right?
Yeah. Do
you still feel like, wow, that place was amazing?
I still feel depressed, to be honest, but
Yeah, it's crazy how good that place was.
Yeah.
I've watched videos from other people that have been to the Open, like not famous people, like YouTubers or different podcasts or whatever, and everyone says exactly the same thing: is how special the place is and how special the place feels. And honestly, you won't understand it until you actually get there.
Yeah, it's like, what you said in the last podcast, you were there at the 149th Open in Royal St George's.
Nothing
it's a great course, isn't it? But it's not a golf town.
No.
Just
it was nothing like what we went through at St Andrews. It wasn't. It doesn't even compare. And even next year, the year after, it won't compare. So I think we should put it down now. In 5 years' time, when it's back at St Andrews, we need to go back.
You think Tiger's still going to be there?
I don't know, mate. I hope Rory's still there, let alone Tiger.
Well, Rory's coming back in September to London for the Wentworth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I hope we'll be there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there, Chenji.
I'm literally in Mexico the week before.
No way.
I've changed my ticket.
No.
To come back earlier, just so we can
next year in September?
No, this September.
This
in 2
September?
months' time. 2 months' time. Yeah. John Rahm's coming. Matt Fitzpatrick.
What's the date?
Just confirmed. I think it's the weekend of the 10th, so it's like 7th to
the week before.
11th.
I'm in Cyprus for a wedding, and then the week after, I guess we're going to Wentworth.
Well, sounds like we'll see you there.
Well, I'll see you before then, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
if you want this podcast to kind of work.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, right. So, where do you want to start with the 150?
Well, where did we kind of leave off? We were talking about our experience, kind of like, again, we mentioned briefly last time, it's the difference between the Open, especially in St Andrews, which is a public course, and the Masters at Augusta is... One is a course you'll probably never be able to play in your lifetime. One is a place where you, even if you not a golfer and don't play there, you can just walk up on any given Sunday and walk your dog along the course. So It's got the tradition of openness. And
think of the money they lose as well from closing on that Sunday.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But they don't even care. That's the best bit.
They don't care.
They don't care. And
because the spirit of St Andrews is golf is for everyone. You know, it's open to everyone, and kind of like, you know, what we've done is, you know, we were just walking around. You know, Theo, he was being a bit of a twat. You know, he went, you know, to the different tee boxes, and he tried to take a bottle of water.
Well, I didn't try.
Well, he just did it.
I didn't try. I got what I wanted.
He just got what he wanted, and then, you know, went across the boundaries, and he went into the second green.
Listen,
and just took a picture with
giving
the
you
flag.
memories.
Absolutely, yeah. And then the thing is, like, you know, he's dragging me under the water as well. I'm like, yo, give me, here's my camera. Let's let's shoot some content.
I've walked on the green on the 16th or the 15th, and obviously I was like, I want to get a picture next to the flag. Why wouldn't you? I suppose.
Oh,
and I was like, Chenji, come with me.
Come with me. I'm just like,
quick, here's my phone. It's already recorded. Just record me walking.
Yeah, exactly.
There's security everywhere. No, they didn't seem to mind.
No, they don't mind. You know,
which was really weird. But then again, we weren't there to like harm the place. We weren't there to destroy the place or vandalize the place. We were there to just showing respect.
Yeah, and
just being excited little kids. That's all it was.
So then we went to the Jigger Inn, didn't we? And then we saw Danny Willard. You know, he signed my glove. Talked a little bit about the Belfry. He just signed a couple of years, I think, like a big deal actually, to host the British Masters at the Belfry, hosted by Danny Willard. So just a great guy as well. We tried to buy him drinks, but I think the wait.
Yeah, so we were sitting at the Jigger Inn. If you don't know the Jigger Inn, it's the pub overlooking like the old course. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, the 17th
you're literally
road
in the pub garden. What's the word for the garden in the pub? There's a word for it.
There's a garden in the pub.
Yeah,
beer garden.
Beer garden. That's the word I was looking for. So there's obviously like a beer garden, and the beer garden I think it's like the
17th, yeah, road hole.
Is it the 17th or the 16th?
17th, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just you're there, you're watching everything. So we're sitting down. We ordered food. We had some drinks, and then next to us on the table, literally next to us, my cousin Theo was like, that's Danny Willett next to us. And I'm like, what?
Masters winner.
Yeah, I'm like, we look over and I was like, oh, wow, that is Danny Willett. So, yeah, they went and took a picture. I didn't go. I feel bad. I feel a bit weird. Like, it's their downtime. They're there to have a drink, have a good time, which is, again, I've done that twice, actually, 3 times. I've done that. I didn't. You took a picture with Danny Willett.
I didn't take a picture with him.
Did you not?
No, I just had a chat with him, and he saw my glove.
Yeah. So, what else? Who else did you... The same thing. It was Cam Smith.
Oh, Cam Smith, yeah.
And else.
Yeah, that story's going to come as well.
Who else was it?
Who?
That
Selfie.
Yeah, after Cam Smith.
After Cam Smith?
Yeah.
Mark Leishman?
It was Leishman. Yeah, it was Leishman. He had the haircut, same as mine.
Yeah.
Not the same as mine.
Yeah, similar to you.
Yeah. So, again, because they weren't on the golf course, I kind of feel weird coming like, oh, can I...
Yeah, it's the personal space, isn't it?
It is a personal space, but it is what it is. To be fair, I'm gutted I didn't take a picture with Cam Smith now. But it is what it is. Yeah, so Danny Willett was next to us. That's just normal though in St Andrews.
Yeah, absolutely. He was having a laugh with his mate. People like, I think there were some guys who I think were being a bit intrusive. Obviously, like, there's still a lot. Obviously there were a lot of Americans.
It was mainly Americans.
It's mainly Americans, yeah. And not many might know. I mean, even though Danny Willett is a major winner, in Augusta, but I think a lot of people don't really recognize him. But then I think, and we were quite proud. We went there. I think, took some autographs and just came back to our table. We weren't talking loud or anything. I think then there were these 2 Brits that came over there, went to Danny Willett, just started loudly talking to him. So everybody
so
could be watching them.
So they're drawing attention to
They're drawing attention to this guy must be someone famous, and they're probably going to come over. And it's just a bit obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, after a couple of pints, some people can be
100%. I'm not surprised.
But again, still, that's the kind of that's the kind of experience you will be expected. You can probably expect to have in St Andrews during the Open, and I wouldn't be surprised on a regular day you might see somebody that you might know from TV just hanging out there.
100%.
Because there's a lot of golfers out there that will cherish this experience.
Yeah.
So what happened then is we had dinner. It was all fun, and then we just kind of we walked out. And you're walking out on the 17th green, the famous road hole where people, use their putters to putt from the gravel, and which make it look like a chip, which is just absolutely incredible. I don't know how they do that, the professionals. And obviously right next to it, it was the 18th. So what we've done is we just...
You're going way too fast.
Huh?
You forgot about something.
What?
You forgot about Lee Westwood.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we talk about Lee Westwood last time?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
No?
I hope we didn't.
No, I think we did. Yeah.
No. It's in my notes. We didn't.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
So, walking to the Jigger Inn, before Daniel Willett,
true. But yeah, walking to the Jigger Inn.
So while we're walking, we run into Lee Westwood. So then we're being respectful. Obviously, it's him, his wife, and somebody else. I don't think it was his coach, but it might have been his coach.
Probably his coach, yeah.
Probably. So they're walking, and then we're waiting for him on the, I want to say, like 16th tee.
So
or 15th tee.
Earlier in the day, we were on the 16th, and Lee Westwood, he was just coming off the 15th. He was putting on the green.
Yeah.
We were waiting for him by the 16th.
Yeah.
Actually, no, sorry. He was coming off the 16th green, going on to the 17th, which is that famous hole where you hit it beyond the Old Course Hotel.
Yes.
Right. And so we were just waiting for him, and kind of like, he was having some good shots, did some practice on the greens, and then he came over and signed our flags.
Yeah, and we would be very respectful. Again, we're just like, good luck,
didn't
wish you all the best.
All the best, Westy.
And we were like talking. You asked him about a golf course that he was playing at. And he said,
obviously, like, I think is he one of the owners, or but his course is the Close House in Newcastle way. Which I think is where he's from, and I just told him, and then he just literally played there, I think, a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Like
yesterday.
So there were Chenji and Lee Westwood were talking, and then I got like a big quiet please sign, which was expensive, it was way overpriced. And I was like, oh, perfect. So he signed it. I said, do it nice and big. He ended up doing it upside down, and you can tell, even though it's a signature, you can tell it's upside down. Anyway, I'm not bothered. I'm very grateful. So we left him to it. He tees off. Yeah. And then we carry on. And as we're walking around, we went to get our bags from the open shop because we left them there, right?
Yeah, we did.
As we're walking back to the Jigger Inn, it was like that thing where we talked about last episode, where to go to certain places you have to cross over certain fairway crossings. So as we're crossing over, Lee Westwood is coming kind of towards us to go to the next tee. So we kind of time it right, and
probably going home actually.
No, he was going to the 18th.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So we were timing it right, and we were walking. We were like we could see the Jigger Inn. So he was about 100 yards away from us, or 70 yards away from us, and he was bent over in his bag doing something. So we're like, okay, just leave him to it, obviously. And then we kind of carried on. And by the time we were where we were supposed to be, Lee Westwood was like 10 yards away. So he goes to. So I said to him, Lee, why don't you join us at the Jigger Inn for a pint? And then he started laughing, his wife started laughing. I was like, oh, no, I'm working. I'm like, come on, Lee. Like, it's hot. You had a long day. We're going to the Jigger Inn. Come on, we'll get you a drink. Honestly,
of course, your wife as well. She's welcome. And your
like,
coach.
Everybody's welcome.
Everybody,
we don't care. Just come for a drink. But he was like, oh, thank you, lads. Thank you. So anyways, he's walking towards us. And he goes, here, I've got a present for you. And I'm like, what? So he hands us 3 signed golf balls.
Titleist Pro V1X.
But the best thing was, he saw us. He remembered us from like 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Right. So when he was bent over in his bag, he was actually signing the balls, and he saw that he was going to come towards us. And then he just it wasn't because we asked him for a drink that he gave us the balls. He was already planning on giving us the balls beforehand. And I was like, that's so cool, man.
That's amazing.
I did not expect that from Lee Westwood.
No. Seriously.
It was great. The best part was there was 4 of us, and he gave us 3 balls.
Yes.
So he only gave us 3. He gave us 3 balls, and we're like Lee Westwood, like Lee. Well, imagine calling him Lee Westwood. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lee Westwood. Like, Lee, thank you so much. Have a great round. Honestly, join us for a drink if you want, and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, no, here you go, have the balls. Have a great day. And I genuinely didn't expect that from Lee.
No, I don't think we
giggling like kids, obviously. We were like, oh my god, we're like comparing balls or whatever. But obviously, there was 4 of us, and there was 3 balls. At this point, Chenji wasn't as close to us as we were, right? So it was me, my uncle, and my cousin. So obviously we get the 3 balls. And I'm like, oh no, Chenji, man, I'm so sorry. And I was like, Chenji,
right.
I love you, but I'm not giving you this ball. No. I'm so sorry. I can't do that. And then and my uncle goes, and my uncle actually gave Chenji.
Shout out to Uncle.
Shout out to Uncle Aggie. He actually gave him his ball that he got. He gave it to Chenji. Chenji wasn't close to tears. Like, he was like, oh, thank you. He was very grateful.
Thank you, yes.
So, yeah, man, I'm glad he actually did that.
Absolutely.
Because I felt bad because there's no way I was giving you my one. there's no way.
No, it's absolutely fine. I mean,
but, I'm glad he did that. That's very, very cool of him.
Very cool of him. And
so and then
and obviously he knows how big of a fanatic we are about golf. So.
Yeah, and I was just so grateful for Lee. Lee, honestly, thank you, man.
Just such a great guy.
Yeah,
you know?
he was. I didn't expect that.
And people will kind of like talk crap about him. Because he's joined the LIV Tour, right? But it's
Who cares,
come on.
Man? At this point,
At this point, come on. All these people are nice people. They're just trying to they're trying to have a good time. Hey, sure, people will say, oh, they already got enough money, but why are they looking for more money? And it's like, I mean, that's their choice.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So
I don't care. It's not up to me. My opinion is not going to change anything, is it?
The only thing about Westwood, okay, and there's no disrespect. Why? I mean, your wife, who's not very big person, is carrying that heavy as staff bag.
It makes no sense, does it?
I feel bad. I don't know. It's no disrespect to obviously to women, but the bag is literally almost as tall as her, and plus it must look very, very heavy, and she was a bit struggling, but I mean she's done it for years and years.
Yeah, so she's probably used to it. But
she's already fine with it. But
it obviously works for them.
I really hope Westwood gives her a very good back massage after every round that she's carried for him.
Yes, I'm sure she's very well looked after. But yeah, we're very grateful. Thank you, Lee, for that. Obviously, he's not watching, but
in case you are,
I'm gutted you didn't join us for a drink at the Jigger Inn. So yeah, went to Jigger Inn.
But maybe see you next time at Close House. So
yeah, maybe. He's the kind of guy that he would see you chip on the green and he would oh, do this.
Yeah,
try this.
Yeah, he would. That. I think so. Yeah,
him and Tommy Fleetwood, I think, are the two people that would actually walk up to you and be like, "Hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you, put the weight on your front foot a little bit more?"
And then just run away.
And then, but yeah, we are very grateful. So thank you for that, Lee. It was a very nice fan interaction that you did for us. Yeah, and then we meet Danny Willett at the Jigger Inn, and then we're like, guys, I said to them, we're not leaving until we walk on the Swilcan Bridge. And I was like, I don't care how we're doing it. We're going to wait. I don't know if it's going to get dark. We've got flashes on our phones. We are taking pictures on the Swilcan Bridge. So everybody was like, okay, cool. So we ordered food. We had some drinks. And we're waiting for it to just die down, basically. This was after everything finished. Everybody's finished practicing. Everybody's like, all the fans are heading home, whatever. So I'm like, okay, now's the time. So we go. I don't even remember. I don't remember how we walked onto the actual course.
No, because we left Jigger Inn, and the Jigger Inn is obviously surrounding the right hand side of the 17th green.
Yeah.
And we just kind of walking towards the exit, I suppose. And it's been a long day, and then saw an opening. And we just said, right, okay, you can just easily walk. I mean, it's not like it was completely cordoned off. We had to climb a fence, but
no. There was literally no fence to climb.
There was literally an opening where you can just walk.
So we walked.
There was a marked boundary, but it doesn't say that you can't walk to the other side. So we just walked towards the 18th tee, and
so we'll just carry on walking.
Just carried on walking,
and then we were and then as we're walking, we're like 100, 200 yards, 150 yards from the Swilcan Bridge, and we'll see some other people there taking pictures, and we're like, oh, wicked, okay. So the plan is, I was like, quick guys, let's go.
Let's help them take some pictures.
I'll help them take pictures because there was 2 or 3 guys. So obviously they were taking selfies. Yeah. And I was like, I'll help them, and then they can help us take pictures of us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So I go over and I'm like, guys, stop. And they were a bit scared. I was like, give me your phone, I'll take pictures of you guys. They're like, oh my God, they were Americans, I think. I was like, oh my God, thank you. So I take pictures of them, and then I'm like, could you do the same for us? You're like, yeah, no problem. So they ended up taking pictures of us. Obviously, but at this point, we're on the Swilcan Bridge. They weren't very good pictures.
No.
So then, obviously, we take individual pictures. And
it was first of all, it was obviously Theo because of the obnoxious person he is.
Yes.
So, and then he was like, oh, take a picture.
No, that's not true, actually. I was the last person.
No, you were the first.
I wasn't the first.
You were the first.
I don't think I was, mate.
Were you the first?
I don't think I was.
Oh, maybe.
I think I was last. I was like, let's get all your pictures.
Uncle was first.
Uncle was first.
Then
it was and then Steyo, because they took pictures together.
Yeah,
together. And then it was you, and then it was me.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
I was like,
fair enough. Yeah. No, but the funny thing was happening, and I think that ties to my earlier story about why this is such a public course and an open and welcoming course. So while we were taking pictures for your cousin and uncle, and the security guy with the proper, high visibility jacket.
So proper full-on security, he's walking over.
Yeah.
And
started shouting.
I turn around, And I'm like, guys, quick! We haven't taken my pictures yet.
We haven't.
Hurry up! I want to take because the security's on the way. And they were like, okay. And then and as I'm about to go, security comes, and then he goes, guys, stop! You can't be here. You can't be here. And then we're like, oh my God, we're so sorry, we're leaving now. And then he goes, I got you. He's like, give me your phone and I'll take pictures of you. And I'm like,
yes. We all high-fived him. He was such a great guy.
Everybody, the volunteers there, the marshals, the security, everybody was just so nice to everybody. I'm sure they kept getting asked like the same questions over and over again. Yeah. Like, oh, where's this place? Where's the shop? Where are the toilets or whatever? And they were just so respectful. They weren't bored of answering the same questions over and over
they were just super nice. And
they were very helpful.
I was asking them, like, do you know where Tiger is and where he'd off? And they were like, oh, yeah, I think he's actually on the ninth.
Yeah.
And,
so
but he might have
was
finished.
Just so nice and respectful and helpful, and he was just good. So, so the security guard actually took pictures of all four of us.
Which is actually a great picture, actually.
Yeah.
Great picture.
So then we left. No, sorry, he left. And then I took some pictures by myself. Then we obviously took the obligatory video of walking over the bridge and then all this stuff. We basically just did everything that we needed to do.
Yeah.
So next time we go out and play at St Andrews, we actually don't need to take any pictures at Swilcan Bridge.
Speak for yourself. I'm still gonna take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, we probably are. But yeah, it was we took pictures. We walked over the bridge. We took some pictures by the grandstands. We took pictures by the green. We took pictures by the first tee, and then an actual tough security guard goes, I'm sorry guys, you can't actually be here. He goes to me, he goes to us, what did he say to you? What are you staff? Are you, like, what are you? And then he was like, oh, we're just spectators, mate. He goes, yeah, you need to leave. And we're like, yeah, cool, we're taking all the pictures we need. We're off. See you later.
There we go.
So yeah, we just walked off. And then we had like a bunch of bags that we spent so much money in there for like souvenirs and everything. So we're like, okay, let's go now. So we go to the car.
Yeah, we drop everything back in the car.
And then Chenji, we were like, okay, we've done everything we need to do.
Let's go home.
And then Chenji was like, should we go back for another
drink?
No,
wait 1 second. Because before that, the reason why is, because what we've done is, we came into St Andrews, we drove into St Andrews early in the morning at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And
8:30.
8:30, yeah, 8:25. And Theo, he bought a park and ride ticket beforehand. So we were going to park and ride, take a bus into St Andrews, and then go into the Open. And the park and ride seemed a bit far away. And, I think the last bus as well, it probably wasn't going to be that late. So we just drove into St Andrews. We found a little street where there wasn't any sort of it wasn't closed off and people were parking there. We found this little space where, there was basically, a quarter of my car was on a double yellow, but it was actually a legitimate space.
Yeah.
It might have been, I think in the end it was a parking for resident only anyway, but we're just saying, which we didn't know, but we just said, if we get a ticket, we'll split it 4 ways. If it's £100, £25 each.
It's all right.
Not the end of the world. Cost of doing business.
For the convenience.
For the convenience, yeah. Come on, if you wanted to park anywhere near to the Open, you have to get 4 hospitality tickets costing £600 each.
That's right.
To get 1 parking pass. So anyway, yeah. So when we drop off our bags, I was just saying to everyone, oh yeah, you reckon we're going to get a ticket? So and we go there, and lo and behold, we got a ticket. And then we're just like, right, how much is this going to set us back? And I open up the ticket, and it said £60. And following that, it said, if you pay within 14 days, it will be reduced by 50%, so £30. I just chucked out my phone and just paid that thing right away.
£30. £30. 30 seconds from the old course.
It's just incredible. And so basically, yeah. So we're just thinking, right? No. So and then obviously we're all gonna go back, and I just thought, guys, didn't we park here so we can enjoy a bit longer time here? Just kind of
at this point it was getting dark, right?
It was getting dark, yeah, exactly. So we're not in a rush.
Let me move it that way.
Yeah.
Carry on. I want to see your beautiful face on camera, Chenji. Yeah.
So we're not in a rush. So I just said to everyone, shall we just have a drink? It's on me. And I was like,
I was waiting for somebody to say no, so I could be like, yeah, let's just go home. I was tired because I did everything I wanted to do. I've met everybody. My flag was full of signatures. I spent all my money. Obviously, I had more money, but that's not the point. I was like, I'm ready to just go to have a shower. It was hot and sticky. But then everyone was like, Ade, let's go for one more drink. So I was like, okay, let's go.
One more drink,
So we walk into the pub.
So we put our bags.
everything was a story that day, man.
No, seriously. Though.
Honestly, everything was a story.
We put our bags inside there, right?
Yeah.
Inside the car, and we just said, okay, yeah, let's just go walk across and go somewhere. Maybe the Dunvegan, maybe somewhere in the pub. We can just have a drink, just a pint, and then we'll go home. We walk out from the little sort of residential road where we parked our car, and onto the main road, and right opposite that road there was a pub. And
you had to walk down some stairs to get to the pub.
So then the thing is, before we weren't originally going to go to that pub.
No.
But then I saw somebody with a mullet running inside.
Straight away. We were on
running
the
inside
road,
the pub.
Right? Chenji goes, "Hey, there's Cam Smith."
That's Cam Smith with his bloody mullet.
So he was like on the opposite. He was walking down the stairs, right? And
yeah, into the pub.
So we seen like the back of Cam Smith, and then he was like, "Oh, hey, there's Cam Smith."
And
so we're like, okay, I guess we're going there for a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So we go in, we sit down outside, and then he goes...
I go in, order us a round of drinks.
My cousin goes, I need to go to the toilet. And my cousin goes to the toilet. Shall we say this bit?
Well, obviously, so, I mean, he was going inside, and he wasn't ordering any drinks or anything, so he must have gone to the toilet.
Yeah.
And then, your cousin...
He goes in, he comes out, and then he goes, there's nobody in. There's nobody in, like, the pub or the toilet. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh, what if there's, like, a secret entryway, like a VIP room? I didn't tell you this. It's like, what if there's, like, a little VIP room?
Because I was ordering a drink at the time.
Yeah, and, there's, like, a bunch of players somewhere. So I'm like, oh, I need to use the toilet now, all of a sudden. So I'm course. Like, going around and I'm like pushing the wood on the panels. I'm not joking. I was like,
Are you joking?
Yeah, no.
No way, you didn't tell me that.
No, I forgot. And then I walk in. I'm like, no, there is no secret entryway to like a VIP section. So I go toilet. I'll actually wash my hands and my face, and then I'm like, there's one stall, and I'm like, I go and push the stall, and the stall's locked. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So I come out and I'm like, hey guys. Cam Smith is in the toilet. Cam Smith is locked in the toilet. Anyway, so obviously we sit there, we're having a drink, and about 2, 3, 4, 10 minutes later, Cam Smith comes out, and we're like, "Oh, hi Cam, you alright?" And then,
so there is no secret entrance.
There is no secret. He was just in the toilet,
maybe a number 2, yes.
Yeah. So which is fair play. And he comes out. We're like, "Oh, hi, can we take a picture?" I sat down. I didn't take a picture with him because again, I felt bad for the fact of. He looked like he was rushing to get somewhere.
Well, back to his pint.
Yeah, back to his pint.
It's getting warm.
Yeah. So then, they got up. They took a picture with him. We wished him luck, and then he carried on going.
Well,
oh yeah, I forgot about the hat. So if you're watching,
so I mean, obviously at that point we put all of our stuff back in the car.
Yes.
And I just happened to have this car with me. I just was too lazy to put it in the car. I was just wearing it, and just ask him, can you sign my hat, please? And you just did, happy about it. And again, I really like Cam Smith.
Yeah,
he's such a good. I like him.
I like him.
No, because I remember vividly, the Players' Championship this year, and his balls on the 17th green. Yeah, hitting that shot that he did.
Yeah, he's an incredible player.
And making birdie from there.
Yeah. Well, I do like Cam Smith. I think he's unbelievable. I think he's the type of player that he's just talented. He doesn't even try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he doesn't look like he tries to like hit
shots. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, but I mean, it just makes it look so effortless. And like I seen a video of him the other day where when on his putting, he doesn't take a practice stroke. He just feels the putt.
Oh, he's a field player.
And I'm like, that's incredible. And then on the other side, you hear. Rory talk about putts and he's like, you need to line it up. I take my time. I practice, and then Cam Smith is just sinking 20-foot putts like it's nothing.
And spending.
He's not even like sinking them in. He's not even like on the edge of the hole. It's like bang in the middle of the hole. He's just sink, go.
And having a couple of pints with his mates, during the Open week.
Having a great time.
Having a good time.
Which is exactly what you want from these people. They're humans. They want to have a good time. They deserve to have a good time.
So I took a selfie with him.
Yep.
Got my hat signed.
Yep.
And
2 minutes later, somebody else comes.
Mark Leishman came in
to go to the same toilet. And then they
signed the other one over here.
Took some pictures.
Yeah. So Team Aussie.
Yeah, and then again,
asked him where Min Woo Lee is.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, because that would have been like the
we love
ultimate-
Minwoo, yeah.
I love Minwoo.
He's a great guy, isn't he?
And yeah, that would have been like a good little trio on your hat.
Yeah, because I mean, I think there was a bunch of Australian players. They were just hanging out, same pub. They were just upstairs, outside, open. I think people came. There was a really drunk guy. I think came in trying to talk to them. I think he was very obnoxious.
Yeah, and then
it was completely wasted.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it wasn't very nice.
Yeah,
we had a drink, we left, and then that was it. But anything else? So what else happened?
Seriously, I'm just happy to have gotten the signed hat at the Home of Golf.
Yeah.
From the Open.
Championship
winner.
I didn't think he would smash it like he did on the back nine. He got 6 birdies in total, but he got 5 in a row. Bless you. He got 5 birdies in a row. And I was gutted. The reason why I'm a bit 50-50 with Cam is because I wanted Rory to win so bad. I'm gutted. Well, then again, he came third. But it was just incredible golf by Cam Smith. Hey, my God. Just incredible. Like,
I love Rory.
Yeah.
I want him to win, and he's such a good player.
Yeah.
I just think he's a bit too famous. Look, we saw him a few times inside the Open.
Yeah,
he wouldn't even sign the kids as flags.
No, he wouldn't. And I get it, because like you said, if you start for one, mate, you're going to get swarmed with people. You're not leaving
true. Yeah, he's probably used to it.
Do you know what I was surprised, though? Every time we saw him, he was completely by himself.
Yeah.
He wasn't with his caddy. There was no security around him. It was just him walking like across from where we were to the driving range or to the putting, completely by himself. He was like, "Hey guys, not now, whatever." He was just focused. Cam Smith, though, he doesn't look like the kind of guy where he's just so super focused, where he doesn't see around like what's going on around him. I don't know, but he was. I didn't expect anything more from Rory, if that makes sense.
Yeah, true.
I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just I don't
know. To be fair, I suppose you're right. Rory's at work in the course, and then Cam is just relaxed, having a drink, in the pub. So
I don't think you see Rory like in the Dunvegan or the Jigger Inn.
No, I don't know.
He's too big.
Yeah, probably not.
Too famous.
No, he'll be
Like he would not be able to like be left in peace.
But also, come on, he's got a young baby as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I want to talk about something else.
Go on.
I didn't tell you this. I went to the driving range a couple of days ago. I wanted to try that Top Tracer 30. Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah. So you get a handicap, don't you?
Yes.
Like an estimated handicap, yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try it. So I had a bit of a break from work, and I was like, oh, I'll go and try it, and then I'll share my results, kind of thing. So I go there, and I'm like, I'll warm up for a bit. I got like 120 balls, mate. At the beginning, I was warming up, and I was just hitting shots. Like there was, like when you go to the driving range, you just hit shots. Like you're just flushing every single shot. I don't know because it's a driving range. I don't know because you're hitting the same shot over and over again. But I was, the Branston driving range where there's like, I'm not lying to you. So where there's like the basket like 60 yards away.
Yeah.
So then I got my sand wedge and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try. And as soon as I get a ball in the basket, I'll change to a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
I had like this little task to do. And I get the first one, I'm like 2 yards out. Third one, 4 yards out. Fifth one, it goes in. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, he went straight in.
Brilliant.
I'm like, okay, wicked. I'm like, I wonder if I can do it again. So I get my sand wedge, next ball, nice and high, and it goes straight in the basket. I'm like, this is nice, this is cool. I'm like, I wonder if I can do it again. I did it 3 times in a row.
No.
I'm not joking, I swear to God. I did it through, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I'm like, why can't I do this on the golf course? And I've actually figured something out. So, and then I get my pitching wedge and I'm hitting nice shots, nice and far. And then I get my 5-iron, I get my driver, I'm flushing like every single shot. There wasn't a shot that was out of line, that wasn't long, that wasn't perfect. It was just, everything was just too good to be true. So then I'm like, okay, I'm nice and warm now. I'll do the Top Tracer thing. So I loaded the Top Tracer up. I actually took a video, but I didn't like the video. It was going to put on TikTok, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So you put your details in, you put your actual handicap in, and then you start off. It's 30 shots, and then you're on a course, and it's telling you, okay, now you're driving. You don't need to use the driver. You can use whatever club you feel comfortable with, and it says on the thing, it's not all about distance. It's more about accuracy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, cool. So I get my driver out. I hit the first one. It goes like 240 yards on the edge of the fairway, but there's like a tree in front of me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then my score comes up, goes distance. You gained shots, but because you've got a tree in front of you, you lost a shot.
Right.
That's kind of how it works.
Yeah,
It's like, you're good with distance,
Yeah.
but then again, your next shot is going to be difficult.
Yeah, so you lost.
So then, okay, so my second shot, it was a driver again, and I did it. I was on the fairway. I gained like half a shot, perfect. And then he goes, you're 130 yards out, and then there's like a bunker before the green, like a green side bunker. So I get it in the bunker. He goes, distance, accuracy, good, but because you got in the bunker, obviously you lost a shot.
Yeah.
So that's basically the game. You need to think about every single shot. You can't be too long. You can't be too short. You can't be out. So you need to be accurate. You need to be that your distance has to be spot on, right? Mm-hmm. So then I'm hitting shots, and then I start slicing my driver, and I start shanking balls, and so when I had the chance to hit proper shots, I couldn't do it. So it's the same thing when you're practicing on the driving range, you're flushing all these shots because they don't actually mean anything. But the second they actually mean something, you start to get a little bit nervous without even wanting to get nervous, and you just start messing up and making mistakes. I was topping shots. I was like, where I thought in the beginning where my shot was perfect in line, I would do the same thing again, but then I would be looking at the monitor and it's like, I'm actually like 10 yards to the left too much, and I'm like in the bunker, or I'm in the rough, or I'm on the edge. So I'm like, that's the same thing with when you're playing golf in real life. Before you start a round, you go to the driving range or whatever, you're hitting a few putts. Every time I go to play golf and I'm like practicing my putting, mate, I could put a 30-yard putt with my eyes closed.
No, yeah, absolutely.
The second I'm on the actual golf course, on the first green, whatever, mate, I will miss a 1-yard putt. And I'm like, it doesn't mean anything. I'm not trying to put a card in. It's not a competition, but I'm still nervous. It's like, why do we get like this? Why does this happen? Why is it that before I did the top tracer 30, I was flushing 220 shots with my 5-iron, which for some reason I'm smashing right now. And then when I go to actually hit a 200-yard shot with I was like, 200-yard approach shot. I was like, I'll get my 5-iron, it will bounce and roll on, whatever. Mate, I topped it. And I'm like, why did that happen? When it had to count, when it was time for it to count, I couldn't perform. But when it doesn't count...
That's what she said as well.
Yeah, I know. Mate, honestly, I got really frustrated at the end. Yeah, and then I started messing up a lot, and I ended up getting like, my handicap was like 23 or 24 by the end of it. And I was like, I know I'm better than this. And then I tried again, and the more I was like, I did it the first time, it was like 23.2 handicap. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try again, try and beat that. And mate, it was even worse. Like, even from every single drive at the first one, it was just like, it was so bad. Slicing, hooking, not going far enough, not going, short enough, whatever. I was just, I had like a 60-yard, I don't know, like a chip, and I would, for some reason, get it, like, just overhit it or underhit it. I don't know, man. I was like, forget this, and I packed up my stuff and just went home. I don't know, man. It was just weird. So it's just one of those things where...
Well, half the game of golf is a bit of a mental game, isn't it?
No, mate. It's 90%, I think, is mental.
Yeah,
like, I genuinely think we have the shots. I was like, when I was practicing, I was like, okay, now I'm going to try and draw it. Perfect little draw. It's like, okay, now I'm going to try and fade it. Perfect little fade. I was like, now I'm going to really try and, like, prop it full on, draw it. Perfect. I was pulling out shots like I've never done before because it didn't mean anything. The second I wanted to do it in real life, nope. Like, no, mate, you're not drawing this. This is going straight. This is going exactly where you were aiming. So it's just the mental game of golf. I think we will never get down. I think even the pros like Rory or whoever, Tiger Woods, they still struggle with it. So we need to come up with a way to overcome that a little bit, so we play, so we can keep up with average golf. Obviously, we're not trying to turn pro. We're not trying to get stupidly good. But it's just annoying, man. Like how the second you have one bad shot, everything kind of just goes bad, and it's like a snowball effect.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll tell you what, my experience yesterday, I went on a golf society day, and we played a lovely little course. And
where did you play, actually? Where did you play?
In like Leicestershire.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't
in,
know what the course is called?
it's called Wolseley Park. It's actually it's a nice little course.
Yeah.
Quite relatively challenging. Not the hardest course, not the easiest course either, par 70. And I shot the best round of my life. I shot at 84.
Oh, wicked, mate.
Right?
Bloody hell. Well done.
It was really good. And
Yeah.
the thing is, it could have been better because I had a bloody,
Mate,
I had a 4-putt
No
on a
way.
bloody par 3 where I reached the bloody green.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Long story short, right? A tale of two people. So one is, one is actually one of my playing partners in our 4-ball, right? He started really, really well. He's about a 16 handicapper and hit I think 2 bad tee shots and it just completely switched him off.
Yeah.
He was shanking every ball off the tee. He was losing balls, and when he made a decent sort of tee shot with the driver, he would shank an iron, shank a wedge right into the woods, losing balls.
I feel like we have like one good shot in us per hole. So if you're going to drive it well, your irons are going to be bad. If you don't drive it well, your irons are going to be good.
But the thing was, like, I think he had a bit of an anger issue as well, which is
mate, we all have anger issues.
Yeah, we all
Was
do.
it with Leo I was playing with on Sunday? Who did I play with last? No, it was with Leo and my cousin Stel. So we went to play, quick story, and it was like a chip. It was the easiest chip. I was on the middle of the fairway. It was like a 30-yard, 40-yard chip, yeah, right? And it was like, the grass was perfect. So I can't even blame my lie. I can't even blame the grass. It was perfectly green. It wasn't even like because of the weather.
You cleaned your clubs.
I cleaned my club, right? All I had was a bunker, and then it was the green. And I was like, all I have to do is just get it nice and high, which I love those shots, and then just get it to just land. Anywhere on the green, I'm happy. Mate, I completely chunk it. You go straight in the bunker, and I got so angry. I've never done this.
No way.
I got my stick to the ground, just smashing it on the floor.
No, why?
I was like, the easiest shot and goal. Well, not the easiest, but I just got so in my head. I was like, all I had to do is just get it under the ball, and I did everything else apart from getting under the ball. So I don't really show my anger too much when I'm playing golf. I try to hold it in. I try. But that, I was like, no way. I hit the perfect drive.
I think, to be fair, it's because it was too hot that day.
Mate, honestly, it was late. It was like on the 17th. It was on the 16th. And it wasn't even that hot. Like, I can't even blame it on anything. It was purely my fault. It wasn't.
Well, lucky it happened on 17th because the thing is, like, if you're angry, it really affects you. It really affects you. And the thing is, it affects your teammates as well, to be honest. Your playing partners.
Yeah.
Because the vibe, it just kills it off a bit, doesn't it?
I know.
I try to be respectful because this is the thing, I'm not trying to be a scratch handicapper. I'm not trying to be a scratch golfer or even like single digits. For me, 10, 12, perfect. Because that way, I tell myself, I get 10, 12 bad shots and I'm happy. And then when I hit a bad shot, I just tell myself, I'm not that good. I'm not good enough. So, there's no anger there. I'm just not good enough. Whereas if I'm a scratch golfer, knowing that I should be hitting par every single time almost, right? Yeah. And I hit a bad shot and I do say 5 over, 10 over, it's gonna ruin my day, I think.
No, I think
that's why 10, 12 handicap is like perfect for me.
Even I'll take 12 to 14. I'll be very happy with.
Yeah. So like coming back to my earlier story, right? So obviously my playing partner, he was a bit, just started to be a bit angry, affected the mood of everybody. But again, his mental game just wasn't there, and he was just losing. I think he probably lost about 15 balls in the round. And for me, I had a really good round, obviously. And after the round, I just did a bit of a summary, I suppose.
Yeah.
The best part of my game was my driving.
Yeah.
I've never hit drives to the straight. I didn't use my driver a lot. I used it for maybe 6 holes.
Yeah.
But for all 6 times that I've used it off the tee, it went far and it went straight.
Yeah.
Right. And and then I was looking at the courses, looking at some of the holes that it wasn't very long, 350-yard par 4s. No need to pull out the driver, just the 3 wood. Yeah. And it worked out really well. My approach shot was really bad, and my putting was, obviously there was a 4-putt, but it was on average. It was on, all in all, it was quite good. Now the only difference I've made is I took my time because it was a golf society day. Yeah. There were 4 balls in front of you. You had to wait for them, and there were 4 balls behind you, and they were just friends and family, I suppose. It's no big deal. Nobody chasing you, and you just had time. So before my tee shot. You know how Tiger sets up his tee shots, right? He goes behind the ball first, grips it, looks at his target, right? And then stares at the target, sets up in front of the ball, looks at the ball, does a bit of a, wiggle, and then swing it. So I tried exactly the same thing, right? I tee up my ball. I just go behind the ball. I look at the target. If it's like a sort of rightward sloping fairway, I would just look a bit more left. If it was a bit of like, there was a bit of, if there was a dog leg right, then again I would also aim a bit left, right, and just put my driver or my 3-wood right, towards the target.
Yeah.
And I look at the target while I set up, in front of my ball, and just do a bit of a wiggle. My playing partners were like, looks like you're like dancing there every time you're there. It's like, that's great.
It's working, mate.
It's fine.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. And then I just calm myself down, don't think about the shots, and because I've thought about the shot before I'm trying to hit it. I'm thinking about where I want to hit it when I'm setting myself up. So when I swing it, all I'm doing is just swing it.
You say it like it's so easy, right?
Seriously, no, but it was like euphoria. It was like euphoria.
Okay, so let's break it down. What Chenji's going through right now, we've all gone through it at some point. We all feel like we've... No,
I'm not saying I've mastered the game. No. But seriously, just calm yourself down after that shot. Have a think of it. Calm yourself down.
I can't wait until you play next.
And then shank the first tee.
Well, no, I hope you don't. Listen, I really hope you don't. But it's one of those things where you play the best golf of your life one day, which is the typical average golfer. You play your best golf of your life one day, and then you play the worst golf of your life the next. Which is exactly what I went through a few weeks ago when we were in Cyprus.
Yeah, you hit 82, didn't you?
I got 81. I think it was 81. It was either 81 or 82, right? Right now, I could sit here and hand on my heart tell you I have no idea how I got 81, because that's how bad I'm playing right now. I couldn't tell you how I got 81. I couldn't tell you that, it was my driving, it was my irons, it was this, it was that. Mate, right now I'm playing so bad. I could never in a million years see myself getting anywhere near 85 or 87 ever. It's just I'm going through a tough spot right now, so I don't know. And I never rush anyway. I know I have every single shot in the bag. I know I do. It's just actually picking my moments and doing it.
New clubs.
No chance. No. I'm a very realistic person. I promise you. I told you this before. I don't know if I said it in the podcast. I have the best of everything. I have the best clubs. I use the best balls. Well, not anymore, but I use the best balls. I have a good putter. I have the bag. I have everything that I need to play good golf. That way, when I play bad golf, I don't blame it on the equipment. I can blame it on myself, which is a very conscious thing to do, right? So a lot of people, my cousin, for example, I'm not hitting it well, I need a new club. Or, I'm not... my irons are not very good. It's probably my irons. No, it's 99% of the time it's you. Unless the ball's broken, your driver is cracked, or the shaft is broken, it's you. There's nobody else. Did you see the video? I think he was, what's his name? Rick Shields did a video. Is it James Robinson? His name? Mm-hmm. He was a ex-pro.
Yeah.
European
Tour Pro.
Yeah.
Tour Pro.
Yeah. They got him a 60-pound. Slazenger, what do you call it? Half set. And he went to Pasha's Golf Club, I think it's called, which is actually not far from here, to try and break the course record. And he got within, he didn't break it, but he shot 70, or 72. And it's just it's not the clubs, it's you.
Absolutely.
We need to get that in our head. I genuinely think it's not the clubs. I always think it's me. And I need to work on myself. I need to work on my mental game more than anything else. My putting is terrible. Terrible. Now, if you actually lined the ball up here, I would get it in with my eyes closed, no problem.
No problem.
The second I'm over if it's a par putt, and I'm 2 yards, I'm not going to say more, I'll miss 9 times out of 10. And it's just, it's definitely, I'm definitely nervous. I'm definitely, I feel like my knees shake a bit. And it doesn't mean anything. It's just, I'm just trying to go for a par. And this is, my putting is what ruins my score 100%. My driver is okay. Do you know what? I've actually become really good at bad shots. I used to slice my driver a lot. And I used to obviously used to go right. And if there was trees or whatever, I had to hit low shots. I had to hit high shots or whatever. And I've become really good at hitting bad shot, recovery shots.
Yeah.
So now I don't really care if it goes left or right. As long as I find the ball and I'm not gaining a penalty, I'm decent at getting the ball back in play.
Yeah.
But then once I'm on the green and I'm putting, I'm just like, I lose it, man. I'm like three putting. We always play like a game of Snake.
Oh yeah.
Which, if you don't know, the game of Snake is you play throughout the round, and whoever three puts last on the day buys the drinks at the bar later. So if Chenji three puts on the second, and he's got the snake basically on the 18th. If I three put, then that means that the snake is on me. That means I'm buying the drinks at the bar. Every single time we played this game, I'm buying drinks.
On the 18th.
On the 18th. And I'm like, I could not have the snake for the whole round. And the second it actually matters, I'm three putting, mate. I'm four putting. I'm five putting. Well, I've never five putted. I've definitely four putted. But three putting is like, so all I need to work on is driving the green on a par four. And then three puts.
And then four putt for bogey, yeah?
I'll take it. But yeah, man. So that's it. I've got an idea.
Yeah.
There's two things I wanted to do today, but I don't know if we've got enough time. So the first thing I want to do, I have an idea. So you know how Henrik Stenson has gone to LIV,
yeah,
and he lost his captaincy with Ryder Cup,
yeah,
which is whatever. It is what it is. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. I think with the LIV thing and the PGA, it's only going to get worse. Yeah. I think more and more players are going to sign with LIV just because of the money. I genuinely think, I don't know this, and I wouldn't be surprised if JCB is one of the courses for LIV next year.
I don't know.
Don't you think? I wouldn't be surprised, because they're definitely working towards that, and obviously I'll let you know next week. Not like I'm going to get any inside information, but I'll see the course and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is a championship course. This is, but I think that's what they're working towards. But then again, don't quote me on that. I don't know. I wouldn't mind, which means I'm 20 minutes down the road from seeing the best players in the world play golf. So it's good for me.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But obviously the thing is also, I mean, because right now obviously they're playing in London once a year.
Yeah.
And it's an 9 event if you include the playoff in the end. Event a year. And one of the reasons that a lot of these LIV Tour players say, why they joined LIV, if real or not, is so they can play less golf.
That's part of it.
So
the money is number one.
Are they going to add more venues?
Yes, I think so.
First of all,
then not too many venues, not like 20. I wouldn't be surprised if they did like 20 or 15.
Yeah, maybe. And the thing is, again, LIV Tour, they might actually they might have like a smaller tour as well, potentially. It's just show business, whatever brings the money in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Problem about JCB, really, and I think you're going to notice when you go there, it's just, where are you going to host all these people? There's nothing in the vicinity. Like, people coming to traveling.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll probably figure it out. Yeah,
they'll figure it out, because obviously it's not that many. But when I'm going over there, I had as a greenkeeper for the championship, for the Legends Tour. They actually offered me to put me up for like the week in a hotel. So the hotel can't be that far away. I'm guessing it's probably like a Premier Inn, but I'm sure there's like facilities around. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I genuinely think they'll figure it out, and I think it's something that they've planned for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're probably like what is it, like rubbing their hands,
look
thinking,
at it. Hey, look.
Oh, now with this LIV thing, we actually might have a chance of putting our golf course on the map.
Yeah.
To like the world, which is no problem.
That's all they want as well.
Which is
JCB,
nothing wrong with that.
They're just. It's a vanity project.
100%.
It's not like a resort course.
No.
They don't even want private members.
Do you know what? I don't know if I should say this. So I found out from somebody that actually played, and what they did was they won. It was like a charity thing where JCB gave out a 4-ball, and it went up to £3,000 for a 4-ball. So it cost them £3,000 to play for 4 people to play around a JCB, which is stupid money.
It's a bit stupid, really.
I know, but it's just they want to make it so exclusive where no normal people can play there.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with. I would love to play there as a normal person.
Come on, because we want more, St Andrews in the world. We want more sort of like golf is open for everyone. It's not going to be cheap, but still it's open for everyone.
Yeah.
And again, Augusta, we love Augusta. But we don't want more Augustas.
No. I agree. The Augusta's a bit over the top with everything. Yeah. But yeah, so back to my idea. Henrik Stenson has been kicked off, like the president of the
Ryder Cup. Yeah.
I think the Ryder Cup format should be PGA versus LIV.
Ooh.
Not Europe versus USA.
Ooh.
I think it should be PGA versus LIV. I think it would. Same Ryder Cup rules, same everything. Mate, can you imagine the atmosphere and like the togetherness, shall we say, every 2 years? The LIV, because I'm telling you now, next year, LIV players will not be allowed to play in any majors. I don't think they will play.
You heard it here first.
There's no way. There's no way they're going to let them play. Because PGA has to put their foot down and like prove a point. Like, okay, cool. You want to go for money? Go for money. But you're missing out on these incredible majors. You're missing out on history. You're missing out on this. So that's what they're banking on. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So I think every 2 years they should meet up and just duel it out, battle it out. PGA versus LIV. Same Ryder Cup rules. Forget Team USA. Forget Team Europe. Nobody cares. Just LIV versus PGA Tour.
I don't see it happening in the near term, but it'll be fun to watch, and people will watch it. It's literally like Gryffindor versus Slytherin.
Honestly, it's like it would break golf media. You know, it would be incredible to watch all these players play against each other, and it's gonna be like, because think about it, Rory's gonna want to win for the PGA Tour.
Oh, absolutely,
and
yeah.
Same with Lee Westwood and everybody else that's on the LIV tour. They're going to want to put their name down like, okay,
no, because
like,
you see, this is
we're
why
still good players. Like,
absolutely, because
we're not bad players.
One of the reasons, like, you know, all these LIV players are getting shamed is because, oh yeah, they just think they're washed.
Yes,
but they want to prove a point they're not washed. And to be fair, you know, honestly, if you look at the Open, right, there's a lot of LIV players who scored really well.
Yeah, very well, and
you know,
well, potentially the Open champion.
Well,
might be a LIV player soon.
Well, yeah.
So that's the rumor going around. But yeah, apparently Matsuyama's got offered stupid money to go.
Well, he'll get the Japan market, won't he?
Yes, that's what they're saying. But like over the top money, apparently, which I don't know. It is what it is.
Japan is a big market.
Yeah, 100%. So apparently, Cam Smith is one of the names that's joining in next. I think it's they have an endless pool of money. And they will try their best to sign as many incredible players as they can, just to make a name for themselves and become bigger than what they already are. But they're definitely ruffling some feathers, so it's fun to watch.
Right, look, seriously, and people already say this, and people already know this. You know, if I was a PGA Tour, I would be so worried right now. Yes,
and I think PGA's gone about it the wrong way. I think, rather than going up against LIV or LIV going up against PGA, just work out like a solution. So that way all the fans are happy and all of the organisations are happy as well. Right now they're going head to head. They're trying to battle everybody and it's just like, it's not going to work out.
And the argument about Saudi money just doesn't work for me.
No, it doesn't. Because if you think about it, PSG is doing the same thing.
No,
Man City is doing the same. All these football teams, all these billionaires.
Do you drive a car? Yes. Do you fill up your car?
Yeah.
Yes. Where does the oil come from? Saudi Arabia.
I agree. So it's just one of those things where they've made us believe, and I don't know. I'm for me, it is what it is. I'm not like if you actually look into where all the money's coming from for anything, there's somebody behind it that's not a good person.
Absolutely. So, and then people and of course, I mean, it's all propaganda anyway, but you know, they've made a point that I mean, out of like all of PGA's top sponsors, I think over 30 of them, they're affiliated with the Saudi Arabian government. So it's not like, again, so that argument itself doesn't work, doesn't do it for me. But obviously, again, I don't really want to see this sport just filled with money. It's kind of like, we are in Europe. We love our European sports, and we've kind of seen in more recent times, anything from football, the Champions League, Formula One, all being kind of like sensationalized, by rich, sort of wealthy American investors, right? Just bringing too much money on the table and kind of like, again, with what happened to, for example, in Formula One to Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton last year. That's just pure like sensationalization. It's kind of like doing it for the showbiz, right? Because the American investors, right, Liberty Media, they want more Americans to watch it. That's why they're making this a European sport, very Americanized. They invited Camila Cabello to perform at a Champions League final.
It was so bad.
You know, Liverpool versus.
It was so.
How was it again? What was it again? Liverpool, Real Madrid, and bloody hell.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I watched it. It was just so bad.
Where on TV it was like, oh yeah, everyone's having a great time. But then somebody posted a video that was actually there. Man, you couldn't hear him sing. You couldn't hear him talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
And everybody was just chanting like the football team's chants.
So you know,
and it was so funny, man.
So in a way, I understand it. Like I don't really want money to ruin a passionate sport.
I agree.
Right, but at the same time, you know, it's the player's choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think we'll have plenty of things to talk about our LIV Tour, PGA Tour, European Tour.
We need this anyway because we need things to talk about.
Yeah,
it's creating a lot of buzz.
But, you know,
a lot of people are obviously invested in this.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see
but it's
where they go from.
Just like anything in this world, there's no black and white, is there?
Nope.
You know, it's
PGA has held the reins for a long time. And it was only a matter of time before somebody else came and like took a piece of the pie.
And kind of to end it there, you know, Phil Mickelson, who's been completely chastised by the whole golfing community, I suppose, non-LIV, you know, PGA. He said in the beginning, you know, joining the LIV Tour is going to do a good thing. It's going to increase competition, increase the price money for the PGA, and it did.
That's it.
PGA announced, you know, rising purses for the tour events. Rising, purse money for, you know, the feeder tour, Corn Ferry Tour, a lot more developmental money to be spent onto players,
which is only a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
100%.
You know? Hey, look, it's been good for the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
People who stay in the PGA Tour, they are getting a higher share of the potential payout. People on the developmental tour, they are getting more money. That's a good thing, isn't it?
100%. I am definitely agreeing with that. It's good that all these, because there's a lot of like struggling players that are trying to keep the card on the Corn Ferry Tour or whatever.
Yeah.
And they are fully struggling. Like they're leaving the families behind. They don't know how they're going to pay their caddy. They don't know how they're going to pay their hotel rooms and how they're to feed themselves. It sounds bad, right? It sounds a lot worse than probably what it actually is. But at the same time, it's bad. Like, because I've heard about stories, and I heard about Phil Mickelson actually supporting some players on the Corn Ferry Tour.
So does Justin Thomas.
Yeah, just to kind of keep them going week by week, because they don't have basically, if you do not make the cut, you don't get paid. So how are you going to pay for your next flight? How are you going to pay for your next hotel room? How are you going to feed yourself? How are you going to pay your mortgage? How are you going to provide for your family? So like they are. So if I'm missing a putt, listen to this. So if I'm missing a 4-yard putt, which means nothing to me, it makes no difference whether I make it or not. Imagine being on the Corn Ferry Tour and having to make a 4-yard putt to make the cut to be able to get enough money to provide for your family. Imagine the mental games that they're going through.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I need to
look,
think
in a sense, it is building character, you know, and you know, you want this kind of competition spirit as well in the top level of elite sports.
Yes.
I think we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah, it's been quite a deep conversation today.
Yeah,
we need to lighten it up a little bit.
Next week. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So thank you guys for listening, watching.
As always,
subscribe, like the video, share the video. We need to start posting on TikTok.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of work.
Hey, look, any content you want us to talk about, I hope we're giving some, you know, our own like average golfer, bogey golfer thoughts.
Yes.
Right, you know, if you want anything you want us to talk about, get our opinion on, just let us know.
I want to get like a guest in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to get like somebody from JCB, like one of the head greenkeepers.
Great.
And just give them like shine a light on them, because I don't think anybody talks about them.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And I don't know. I'll see how next week goes. Next week it's going to be very tight for the podcast because I'm going to be
in JCB.
At JCB, but we will try our best to put out a podcast. I want to do it on a Monday if you can.
Great.
Anyway, we'll talk about that off air. Right. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Please subscribe. Please like. And we will see you next week. Thank you.